Is this on? E. Okay. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. It's Beautiful Jade. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. It's Beautiful Jade. Jade for the journey. You already know. So I wanted to get into finishing the. Sorry, y'all. Hold on. Let me do something. Okay, so I wanted to get into finishing 6 ways that you can tell how you are living a lie and normalized by society. I've done 2 on Instagram, but I was not going to do the whole 6 on Instagram. So we had to switch it on over to YouTube. So hey, join us, welcome. And to give you a nice little recap, the first one and how you can tell that you are living a lie normalized by society is that you get this off feeling as if something is missing. And it's interesting because you'll find people, on the outside, it seems like they have it all, cars, clothes, house, relationship. For example, you could take Ayesha Curry, things like that. But, on the inside, there's still something missing. And I think that's what an example of what that could possibly be for Ayesha Curry, feeling like, there's something still missing, although it seems as though she has everything. Number 2, you keep postponing your desires. You push it back and say, oh, I'll do it tomorrow, I'll do it next week. No, do it today. And it's almost as if it's a voice of conditioning us to remain steady and stagnant under the laws of society. Now, getting into number 3, you are constantly justifying your choices. Everyone else does it this way, maybe I should do it this way too. Or everyone else posts this way on social media, maybe I should post this way too, because that's what's getting views. Being authentic doesn't need to have a justification. It doesn't require a long explanation as to why you feel like you need to do something. You just do it. Number 4, there is a gap between what you say and what you live. And I'm pretty sure a lot of us have seen this quite often with social media, especially in the dating world. Well, you'll read a person's profile and you have this ideal persona of who they might be. And then you meet them in person and you're like, oh my gosh, first of all, they don't look like what they said on social media. And then, you get to know them just a little bit and it's like, seems kind of like the opposite. I know they said they were into being completely free, and it seems like they had this free going spirit, but in person they seem really dry and closed off, basically that type of thing. What do I preach or post about that I don't actually practice? And I feel like that's a great question because it allows people to really reflect within on what I do and what I say. Are they in sync? Because if not, then something's wrong. That's a great place for people to start when they're needing to transition their next phase of life, whether it's career, family, marriage, whatever the case may be. Number 5, you notice how much of you is performative. So you don't even know why you do certain things. You're just doing it because you're already in go mode, constantly just performing and performing and performing. You're not giving yourself time to see if this is something that you really want to do. You're just doing it because A, maybe it makes you more money. B, it keeps food on the table. It gives you the validation that you want. It's feeding a part of me under the societal law of what society deems as a successful life. So it basically feeds that. And number 6, the truth feels risky. The truth feels risky, but freeing. And it's interesting. A lot of people are beginning to so-called wake up now, and at first I didn't even know what that means. Wake up, what are you talking about? What do you mean wake up? I'm up. I'm up. But no, waking up. For example, the patriotic system People realizing the truth in that and how it falls into dating and relationships and men alone and what people feel like men want and all that other jazz, but that's a completely different topic. But waking up from the lies within self, there really couldn't be a better time. Especially with all that's happening in our economy, there just could not be a better time to do some type of self-reflection and to think about the things that we would really want and what makes us happy. Even those who do still have a bag, they're not completely happy. And I guess most people feel like, well, they'd rather have a bag than to not have full happiness, if that makes sense. So they'll have a bag, but they're still down about something in a certain part of their life, but they'd rather just have money than to be down. Hopefully that came out right. But it's like, are we really taking a look at ourselves, to be completely honest? Well-off people that I would meet that, and when I say well-off, like they're not super rich, but they have a good amount of income. They're good. Like they have no complaints. It's like the littlest things that matters to them most. Like their health, having a stable income, having a well-grounded roof over their head, and having that time to themselves and finding something in life that they can enjoy on a day-to-day basis. I do believe that a lot of us are falling into the conformity of being what society has wanted us to be for so long. When I say us, I mean everyone, men, women, and so forth, that we don't realize how stepping outside of that box leaves us open to the raw shadows of criticism and loneliness. But overall, you do end up feeling more real, and those real people are generally the people that are so quiet. But those are the people that we look up to the most, the people that find the simplest things and beauty in like life. Like for example, like one of the content creators that I do enjoy watching is Aaliyah, and I remember when she downgraded and she moved to she moved to a different state. I think it was from Atlanta to New York or something like that. I can't remember. But I specifically remember her stating how like people had an issue with that and making it seem as like everything she had, she lost, and like she's not winning or she's like losing, because like how could you like give up all of that? And she's like, no, like this is actually the happiest I've ever been. To have like, I feel free with what I have, and even though what I have now seems less to you, I have everything that I need, and I'm super blessed with the amount of materialistic things that I have around me. And that just goes to show you that people are so fixated on surface level things. Once you start to bring all of this together and you reflect, you're like, maybe I'm living my life just based on society and not doing anything for myself. Like, really think about that, because we're not just thinking about temporary. We're not thinking about short term. Like, we should be thinking long term. And the reason why we should be thinking long term is because things are always changing. One trend is in, and then the next one is in, and then that falls, and then the next one is in, and then that falls. Like, we are forever evolving in so many different ways. And so you don't know what's gonna take off next. And how can you really maximize yourself if you're limiting every single thing that you do because society says that it's best? You don't know that. You don't know that unless you step outside of your box. You don't know that unless you figure out what it is that you can bring into the world that's going to be the next evolution of life. You know what I mean? Like, you don't know. BBLs may be in, but years from now, they might go back to skinny. The beauty standard is what it is now, but remember when it was all about The light skinned guys, like I remember that. Because I was definitely, I forgot who was my crush then. My crush then was like Lil Fizz. He was my crush, okay, in B2K. I just thought he was so fine. But yeah, and then now it's Chocolate Bananas, and like, you know, so you never know. Like now it's like the Barbie nose. Like later down the line, it could be a big nose. Like, you know, like it used to be skinny lips and now it's big lips. Like you have no idea. Like you have no idea how the world is forever changing. And so you don't know what's next. And how can you maximize yourself once again if you're constantly limiting every single thing that you do from the basis and the projections of living through society? So that's what I have for you guys, the 6 ways that you are able to tell if you are living a lie normalized by society. And in no way is this to judge anyone for doing anything. Listen, do you, okay? This is what I enjoy doing, so I put it out there. And how they say now, you can't be afraid to put what you truly desire to do out there. You have to give it a shot, even if you're not perfect, even if you've been going on this journey where you've been in and out and figuring out what works for you. Keep showing up, keep doing you, and eventually something is going to make sense for you. So I'm going to go ahead and end with a prayer, and I pray that you will all be delivered and find your own truth in whatever it is that means for you. Follow your own path. Get out of this sleeping theta societal dream world and start your own world. Create your own world, and don't let anyone take that away from you. Whatever it is that you want to do, it may not look the way you feel like society wants for it to look for you. You may not even be recognized for the things that you do. You may start off with 1 or 2 views. Like I'm there, guys. Like I don't get as many views on these videos, and I'm not. I remember when I used to like force myself to try and figure out a system, and it's like, although most people are trying to figure out the algorithm, and yeah, that works to a certain extent, but I'm like, because things are always changing, you never know. And then it's like, why would you want to categorize yourself and limit yourself in that way if you're not able to really stretch out your creativity in whatever form? So I don't want to ramble for too long, but that's all I have for you guys. If you like this video, please give a thumbs up. I really appreciate it. And let me know what else you guys would like to see or hear, or, you know, if there's something that, even if it's just a prayer, you need someone to pray for you on an issue that you're having on, because this economy is tough, guys. It's tough on a lot of us. It's really, really tough on a lot of us, and we're all just really just trying to stick it out. And although we're operating out of our selfish state of mind, where all we can think about our own issues, I really want to take this time to be able to open the gates for prayer, and to pray for you guys that you will see it through. And then you will find a way through it all. So once again, that's all I have for you guys. If you like this video, don't forget to give a thumbs up. Leave comments. I'm so open to comments. I'm so open to getting feedback, just as long as it's positive. We like to keep it positive in here. And yeah, so don't forget, like, share, and subscribe. Once again, I am Beautiful J, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.